From Texarkana, Arkansas, this is Midwest Sports Saturday. Good morning, I'm Joey McWilliams. I am privileged today to be joined by Matt Johnson from M&M Productions. Let me tell you really quickly, we are on site of the Live United Bowl 2022. In just about a little more than an hour, Southeastern and Emporia State are going to take to the field. It's a rematch of last year's Live United Bowl. Southeastern with a 3-point victory in that one, a last-second field goal. Could be a little bit different this year. I would not be surprised at all if it came down to the last second. But in the meantime, I want to visit with my guest right here, and actually my boss on site here today. This is Matt Johnson from M&M Productions, who also oversees the GAC Sports Network as well. Matt, thanks for coming on with me.
Well, thank you for having me on today. I appreciate it.
Well, listen, I'm always glad to get to work with you guys. Of course, Matt being one of the M's, Mason, the other M, is working up in Little Rock right now and have state championship football going on up there. But talk a little bit about what M&M Productions does.
So we were, Mason and I started M&M Productions in 2019. We both used to work for Fidelity Communications out of Benton, and Fidelity was bought by Cable One in February of 2019, and they closed down our department. And so we saw an opportunity to just kind of continue what we were doing with Fidelity, and so we started M&M Productions. And then in 2020, we been good friends with Jason Moyer, who owns JPM Productions out of Cabot for a number of years. Got to talking with him in 2020, right in the middle of a pandemic, and he had said that he was, wanting to spend more time at home with his family and everything like that, and so. One thing led to another, and we ended up purchasing some equipment and the rights to the GAC Sports Network from him, and so it's just kind of taken off and gone from there. And we, love working with the GAC, love working with you, love having you on shows.
I was going to say, when you bought the rights, does that mean you bought me? Did you get me along?
You were a part of the package deal. Yep. You and a lot of the crew that you've worked with for a number of years on the GAC Sports Network. They all came over and started working for us, and it's been a smooth transition and been a great partnership with the GAC. And as you mentioned, we also work with the Arkansas Activities Association, with Arkansas PBS Sports, in doing high school state championships, and then we also do some local high school broadcasts for Benton High School in Benton, Arkansas, and just a little bit of everything.
Well, listen, and it is a privilege. It is my privilege to get to work with you all, because you all are great to work for and work with. And it's a quality production, too. I don't know if you haven't had a chance to watch any of the M&M Productions, you need to do that. And, of course, state championships in high school going on right now, too. And it's fun to be up in Little Rock the last couple of days, but there's still lots more state championships, so you can watch those. Arkansas PBS Sports, too. You guys work with them, too. Today, what do you all have going on today? What's the production like here in Texarkana?
So here in Texarkana today, this is one of 3 shows we have going on this weekend. We actually have 25 people crewed out over 3 shows in 3 different cities over the state today. So we've got about I think 8 or 9 people here today. We're doing a 3-camera shoot here with full graphics package, instant replay, and then in Little Rock we've got the state championships going on. PBS is providing all the crew and the truck for that, or I'm sorry, they're providing the truck and the equipment, and we're providing a lot of the crew for that. And then we also have a partnership with the University of Central Arkansas, and we crew a lot of their ESPN Plus shows. And before they got their control room built, we actually used our truck up at UCA as well for their shows. But they've since built out their own control room, but they still hire us for crew for those.
Yeah, and you guys, I mean, we're Division II here today. You guys do Division I as well, high school level. I mean, you have a lot of sports things going on.
We do. Sports is probably about 90% of our business. The other 10% is, banquets, live events, corporate events, things like that. We do a fair amount of stuff. But yeah, live sports is about 90% of what we do.
I'm glad you do that, because that's what I enjoy doing.
Right.
I'm glad to be a part.
It's my favorite too.
All right, Matt Johnson with M&M Productions. I know that there is a lot more that you all have to get done before the kickoff today. Noon kickoff today. Again, it's on the GAC Sports Network, but also it is one of those things that's an M&M Productions thing. So
it is. Yep.
So Matt, thank you very much to you and Mason both for what you all do.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to let him go take care of business. He's the boss, so he needs to get that done. In the meantime, welcome back to Texarkana. Texarkana as we have the Live United Bowl. It is on the way here. Noon kickoff today. Now, I know we've been talking a lot about that. We have a couple more things to mention, but let's talk about Southeastern and Emporia State. Southeastern again with a victory in this bowl game and the bowl matchup last year against Emporia State. Both these teams return a lot of players from that contest. It was a field goal in the last 6 seconds. 37-34 Trey Keats with a field goal last year for Southeastern to secure a victory in this Division II bowl game. Southeastern was 8-3 coming in last year, Emporia State 6-5. That is switched in 2022. It's Emporia State coming in 8-3 and Southeastern 6-5 this year. Emporia State so close to a playoff appearance, really came down to the final minute in the final game of the season against Northwest Missouri, and a big matchup there. Came up a little bit short, one score shy of taking the victory there, so they're happy to be back in the Live United Bowl once again under Coach Garen Higgins. And just an incredible matchup, by the way, at the quarterback position today as well. A pair of 3,000-yard passers. You're not going to see that very often at any level, much less the Division II level. It's going to be Braden Gleason today for Emporia State, throwing for more than 3,100 yards passing. He also runs the ball as well. He's accounted for nearly 3,500 yards of total offense, going up against Dalton Hatley for Southeastern. Of course, they won't be on the field at the same time. Very, very likely not to see that. But Hatley, a 3,000-yard passer as well, and has had back-to-back seasons of 3,000 yards passing. So it should be a good matchup here today. Noon kickoff from Texarkana, Arkansas High School Stadium. Fantastic facility here, the home of the Live United Bowl since its inception about 10 years ago. In the meantime, let's go to what we have been talking about quite a bit here on Midwest Sports Net, NAIA as well. NAIA football, the semifinals today. Don't forget about that. Two big matchups in the state of Iowa. Kaiser is traveling up to take on Grandview today. That is huge. Kaiser undefeated in NAIA play. Grandview undefeated, period, on the season. And that will be a really good matchup. Love to see who's going to be in the quarterback position today for Kaiser as they take on Grandview, whether it's going to be Shea Spencer or Bryce Beasley, who came in and had a fantastic game, a huge win against Morningside last week. The other semifinal has Indiana Wesleyan taking on Northwestern. Also, a great quarterback, because I don't want to offend the Grandview folks. Grandview led very, very well by Johnny Sullivan. Now, I got my Johnny Sullivan statement in there. I feel like that people think I think he's an afterthought. He is definitely not. Northwestern led by Jalen Gramstead and Indiana Wesleyan led by Xander Stokes. Big matchup there in that other semifinal. Now, Division II quarterfinals going on today too. Shepherd at Indiana, PA, that is a big one. Ferris State defending national champions in a rematch against Grand Valley State. Grand Valley State victory earlier this season. We'll see who moves into the semifinals there. Wingate has been upsetting people left and right. Will they be able to do it against West Florida today? And Colorado Mines and Angelo State. This is a rematch of last year's quarterfinal match. Going to be at Angelo State this year as the Rams just continue to roll. So let's see how that one turns out. We'll try to get you scores on that a little bit later on this weekend. And also today, more playoff action from the NAIA. NAIA volleyball and pool play came to an end on Friday, and it actually didn't end till late Friday evening as the tiebreaker rule was implemented in one of the pools. Winners of these pools and a couple of number 3 teams winning to advance. Marion, a number 3 team, will move on and take on Eastern Oregon in the first quarterfinal match today. Corbin, having a fantastic season, moves on to take on Park, and that is in the second quarterfinal. It's Columbia, another number 3 team in the pool, moving on to take on Jamestown. And finally, Dakota Wesleyan will be going up against Midland. Midland went into the 3-way tiebreaker with Bellevue and Westmont yesterday. Midland got the bye in the tiebreaker, so Westmont had defeated Bellevue, moved on to take on Midland. Westmont defeated Midland in pool play, but in that one set, it came down to Midland, and the Warriors were on a roll, so they move on to take on Dakota Wesleyan. 3 teams from the GPAC in this quarterfinal set, which begins today, and we'll get your scores on that as well. A huge day of sports today in small college sports. We're going to be right here in Texarkana. I'll be on the call today for the Live United Bowl, so I invite you to tune in for that. It should be another fantastic game, a bowl game here in Division II. That's always fun. We were on hand for one of those a couple of weeks ago down at the Victory Bowl in Waxahachie, Texas. Well, we're on the state line here. Just as a matter of fact, this street is probably 1 block away from State Line Road, so we're almost in Texas now, in Arkansas right now. Should be a fun game, an absolutely wonderful game. So thanks for watching this. Hey, listen, like the video, share the video. We encourage you to support small college sports, and one way to do that is to support Midwest Sports Net, because we talk small college sports throughout the Midwest and beyond. We do it on a regular basis. So please subscribe to the channel too. We're nearly at 1,200 subscribers, and we know that number is just going to continue to grow. With people like you who are watching, we have a Patreon page as well. It'll be in our links. So thanks for watching again today. God bless you. From Texarkana, Arkansas, I'm Joey McWilliams. Thanks for watching here on Midwest Sports Net. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy small college sports.